Astros owner Jim Crane was in the lobby of the hotel where the owners' meeting is being held. And he started walking through, and a gaggle of reporters was around him. And he said, "If you want to talk about baseball, I'll talk about baseball." But when other subjects were tried to be broached, a couple of police officers came in and swooped Jim Crane right out of there, up a staircase into the level where the owners' meetings are taking place. So clearly at this point, he nor anyone in the Astros organization wants to address the elephant in the room and the thing that everybody at the owners' meetings right now, owners included, are talking about.
Well, this is not going away, even if Jim Crane doesn't want to talk about it. What are you hearing about where the investigation now stands and where it's heading?
Well, the investigation is still in its early stages. Major League Baseball has talked with people both inside and outside the Astros organization, trying to get a picture of what happened in 2017. The big question now is, will they not just look beyond 2017 into 2018 and 2019 potentially, but will that investigation expand beyond the Houston Astros? Because the number of calls that have come into the commissioner's office over the last couple years with teams accusing other teams of stealing signs or of using technology to do so has been innumerable. Now, this is something that dates back long before technology could be used to steal signs, teams accusing of others of nefarious deeds. But the fact is, there should be a large-scale investigation at this point by Major League Baseball if they want to get down to what really happened. The focus right now, though, is on the Astros because I think Major League Baseball feels like they have a really good case to make against them, not just based on what Mike Fire said, but based on what's happening with their investigators.
Now, clearly, Jeff, the Astros, they push back. That is their standard operating procedure against the media, negative stories. But what sense do we have, if any, at this point, of their degree of cooperation with MLB?
It's tough to tell right now just how much they are cooperating, but let's consider this, Jeremy. There are a lot of people in that organization and a lot of people whose livelihoods and whose careers are based on their standing in the game. And all of them understand that there's a chance that because they're associated with the Astros, they could get smeared, they could get blackballed, they could get turned away from the game. So I think there are going to be people who go along with this organization, if nothing else, to try and save themselves and to get the true full story out there of what actually happened. And when it does, this is a really interesting question. What is Rob Manfred going to do? Yesterday, when he was over at Globe Life Field, the Rangers' new stadium, he said that his powers as commissioner extend beyond the standard fine of $2 million and the loss of draft picks and international signing money. If Rob Manfred really wants to make a point that this is going to be unacceptable in baseball, I've had a number of ownership level people tell me in the last few days the fine is going to have to be in strong excess of $2 million, maybe add a zero to the end of it, because otherwise teams are looking at this like, well, if we can get a World Series ring out of it, we'll pay $2 million for that. We'll give up a couple of draft picks for that. And that is why the mandate right now on Rob Manfred is so strong to crack down on the Houston Astros.
Jeff, we have only a few seconds remaining, but as the Astros presumably build some kind of case in their own defense, will Rob Manfred be willing to hear it from them when they say, hey, we got caught, but everybody's doing that? I mean, you can't say that when you get pulled over for speeding, but is that something they're going to argue?
I think that's something already behind the scenes that they are arguing that, hey, maybe we have done this, but so have other teams. The argument against that, of course, is, well, you're the ones who got caught and who have a player on that team admitting to doing something. Now, it could be that if investigators get involved, if more front office personnel talk, if other players talk, then maybe something like that happens and there's a cascading effect. But right now, it seems like the focus is just on the Astros with the possibility of expanding in the future.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.